These are the lucky orchids that get to watch me experiment, have me experiment with them on this repotting process. This is a Phalaenopsis orchid. I purchased it about last year, and it grew, and I just want to repot it. I'm going to give it to a friend. These are my Cattleya orchids. I actually grew these last year, January of 2012. I got tired of them, and then I set them outside all summer. I felt kind of guilty about them, so I took them out from outside in November or so of 2012. And when I say they were outside, I actually just threw them on the ground next to a tree, and they sort of attached to the tree. You can see they're sort of damaged. I have been cleaning them up a little bit, but I see some root damage right here. Excuse me, some pseudobulb bulbs problems right here. I'm gonna fix that. I have applied pesticides and everything on them, so we'll see what happens. That needs to be removed as well. I read a book on Cattleyas, and I know that that's a bad sign, so I should probably cut that off. So they are a little bit banged up, a little bit, but we shall see how it goes. And my phone's ringing. Okay, now I'm going to pot up my first Cattleya. This one is called Brassolilia Cattleya and Morning Paradise. This is the only one that I got to bloom last year. It's small, it's compact, and the blossoms are sort of a small Cattleya blossom. I'll try to post a picture of it up if I figure out how to do that on YouTube. Again, this one was placed outside for a few months actually. You can see some of the old growth. Let's see if I can get it in frame. Right here, they're kind of dying off a little bit. And so, and the roots are sort of dry, but I've soaked them like yesterday and also earlier today. So I hope it bounces back. And this is the growth from last year. And I think these are some new growths. We shall see. I mean, it's about experimentation, right? Alright. So, I'm not sure what container to put them in. I have this clay pot, I think that's usually recommended, and I also have this plastic pot right here. I purchased some rhizome clips, but they can only attach to the plastic pot. So I'm going to use a plastic pot this time. But usually, according to this book that I read, they the Cattleyas prefer to be in clay pots. So I will try it this way. So I'm going to add some. This is the orchid mix from the Better Grow orchid mix, the general mix medium. Put some at the bottom of it, and let's see. Just try to fit it in here like this. And the growing tip, they say, should be towards the center or towards the end, so it has room to grow again. I'm going to place the rhizome clip in here. Let's see. I think this is how it works. Alright, so it's attached to it. And that's just to keep the. Let's see. I should have practiced on how to actually use it. Alright, let's see. Oh, there it is. Alright, so maybe I should place it. I should probably do a dry run. Next time I do a dry run before I actually do it. Let's see. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, well, it's not cooperating. It's not working right. I guess I'll just go ahead and put it in this clay pot. I'm keep it here. And gonna put it in first. So clearly, I'm not the expert. Let's see. We should go towards the center. Then just clamp down. Alright, let's see. It's attached, right? Oh, I have no idea how to use these. Well, isn't that nice? Alright, let's see. Is that how it works? I think so. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it. If not, well, let's see. This rhizome clip isn't working. Probably should have put it in the clay pot then. Let's see what happens. This was the only one that bloomed. It bloomed last January and February. So if I figure if I hadn't set it outside, it probably would be blooming right now. I think that's okay. Let's see. Hope it doesn't fall over. Alright. That's gonna do for this one. I think it's gonna fall over. Here's another clip. Let's see if this one works. It's a little bit larger. And how they work? I don't know how they work. Okay, I'm gonna research that and figure it out. We'll keep it like this. I don't know how that attaches. Oh well, that's that one. This next one is I'm not sure what these next two are. I got them mixed up. They've never bloomed. One of them is either a Protonera Regal Red Paradise. I guess they're all named Paradise for some reason. It's going to be a red one. It's going to be a red blossoms, and the other one's going to be a Cattleya, the BOC Paradise Jewel Flare. And it's supposed to have nice splash on the blossoms. Alright, let's see. I have this pot, fancy, or can use this pot that I found on sale at one of those stores, Lowe's or somewhere. Let's mix it up. I will do, let's see. I think it's gonna be too tight. I think I told her they want to expand a little bit, so I'm going to use the clay pot. We'll start off with this one and this plant. Now, this is a clay pot. I don't have any rhizome clips to use. Clearly, I don't know how to use them. So, let's see what happens. Alright. The growing tip, I believe, is right here. And I've never really grown cattleyas before. I got this one at Lowe's. I think it was in one of those bags. And I thought I could be patient enough to wait a year for it to grow, but I couldn't. I'm impatient. Problem of my youth, I guess. If I would have just kept it, it would have probably bloomed by now. 1 year later. My plan is to grow these under my T5 lights, high output T5 lights, until perhaps March or April, and April for sure, and then to place them outside. I might keep one inside just to compare the growth patterns between the two of them. Alright, I think that's this one. Alright, and I shall do this other one. What do I know? It's another clay pot right here. If you notice, this one doesn't have as much root development as the others. So I just hope they start growing again. I feel sort of guilty about it, actually. Alright, so I'm going to place it, I think the growing tip is, I have no idea. Let's start perhaps right here. Perhaps it's too low in the pot, so I shall place it. I was going to order some off of eBay from this vendor in Hawaii, and I decided, wait a minute, why have to buy any more? I have some sitting outside that's going to die pretty soon. So that made me do this rescue project. And so we shall see if it works out. Alrighty. I think that's it. Seems like I purchased those rhizome clips for nothing. We have the potting. We have this Cattleya right here. This container. Then we have a Cattleya right here. We have this smaller Cattleya in a plastic pot with this rhizome clip I don't know how to use. And we have the small Phalaenopsis, Equestris form Cerulean. And we have this Phalaenopsis. You probably won't see this one again. I want to give this one away, but I will make sure to take a picture of it when I go visit my friend for his housewarming gift. And let's see. I have this. Whoops. This is another Phalaenopsis that I purchased at the show. I'm an orchid show here in Shreveport. This one is a Patinera, Lisa, Taylor, Gallus, Nora. I had it. I brought it into my house. It had a blossom on it, and I lost the blossom because of the change in humidity and temperature. So, big whoop. And this one I purchased at the same show. It's on a bark mound. I'm just going to keep it on that for the fun of it. If you look closely, it needs to be watered. The leaves are sort of rippled. I probably need to increase the humidity of where it's growing. But I'm going to water them all right now. This one, last one, is a mini, it's an Oncidium Twinkle Red. I wanted something miniature, then, I'm sort of bored with it again. So, I won't give it away yet, at least. I'm going to keep it around. It has a nice scent to it. I probably should arrange it next to the Phalaenopsis as a little group. Grow them on the lights. And that's it. Now I'm going to water them, and hopefully next time you see them, something will happen. It's probably 6 months from now. Let's see.